Hi everyone, I'm going to be looking through my old pictures of my skin and a couple of videos and just reacting to them, and I'll put it up here. Future me just coming in to say that please don't watch this video when you're eating, because I wouldn't want to put you off your food. The images can be quite upsetting for some, and others might find them completely normal if you're going through TSW, but yeah, just know that some of the images might upset you depending on how you are as a person. There is a mention of blood in this video as well, so I just wanted to put that here at the beginning so you know, and I've warned you, so if you choose to watch then carry on. The first one is this picture of my chest, and this is how the redness started. It started very just pink, nothing too bad. So I just initially thought, oh, it's just a bit red, it'll die down in a couple of days. It didn't. And then the next two actually, are a picture of my thighs, and this is what happened to my thighs when I stopped steroids as well. So it came up all like a prickly rash that was very sore and it felt like a stingy nettle when I touched it. From what I remember. And then my chest went very much bright red within like 2-3 days, and my actual lower chest as well, like my bust area, that went really bright red as well. My main area that I'd had it I can't really show, but I'm trying to show like the area above it. So basically the area above it is basically the same as the area below it. And then I had this bit on my chin which is completely healed now, and this was so stubborn to heal, and I didn't really help because every time it would heal I'll scratch it, or I'd scratch it in my sleep and then I'd wake up with all like weeping down my neck and stuff. So then there's this picture of my chest a couple of days or about a week after the first one, and this is when my skin went from bright red to this like tan, like I looked really tanned. And then as you can see with these little patches at the bottom of the photo, that was my normal complexion. Also the top of my chest here would come out in these little cracks where my chest was cracking, which I'd never had that before, so that freaked me out. Obviously this whole experience freaked me out, but you know, you live and you learn. This was my back. It's like a prickly rash again. I didn't have any weeping there at the time, but I was left with this one patch, and that patch weeped. It started just like a red mark, and then it just opened up to a weeping wound that was on my back for about 5-6 months. And then this is when I scratched my chin again, and it got bigger because yeah, it went up to here then and round by here. And then this is another picture of it, and then you can see on this picture that my neck is so thin that it's like you can literally see how thin my skin is. I've got my nice skin back on my neck. It's just a little bit dry every now and then. And then this is when I put some gauze on it to try and like keep it together, and if I did scratch it I hoped that I wouldn't scratch it all off. It helped, but I still ended up scratching it, but it didn't tear the skin as much. And then this is a picture of my t-shirt, like one of the t-shirts I'm wearing right now, where I went up to change, or I checked my t-shirt, and this was all the weeping that came out of my bust, and there's also some blood there, and this was just my daily routine for about a year where I constantly changed my t-shirts. And this is like my bust is the one area that I struggle to talk about because I don't really like talking about it. But it's the main area I had it on, and it was awful. Absolutely, it was just so draining because I couldn't wear anything, and I didn't feel comfortable like seeing anyone, or when people came into the house I would literally just like hide in a different room. So yeah, this is basically the inside of the top when I took it off a different time, and as you can see, some scabs stuck to it, so when I moved my t-shirt it ripped all the scabs off, well, some of them. So this is a video of what my back did look like. This was the patch on my back that started as a red mark and then it turned into a weeping wound, and this is a video that my mum took of it because she had the picture on her camera. And then this is how it was at the time when we took this video, but that's completely gone now. It's just a little bit of dry skin there now. And then there's this picture of my I'm holding an ice pack in my hand to my eye because my eye was that swollen that it was hurting and I couldn't look up, I couldn't do anything really with it because it was just that swollen and thick. Yeah, there's a picture of me the next day after that picture, I think. Yeah, I put pseudocreme on my eye. That helped the weeping, but it didn't help the swelling, and I just couldn't find anything to help the swelling. And I found that the most awful thing about my eyes is that I could deal with the dryness and the pain of like my eyes being sore, but how swollen they were and I couldn't open my eyes, that's what upset me the most, that I couldn't actually see properly. And then here's another picture of me with my swollen eye and my swollen face and my dry skin. This is another picture where I thought my eyes were getting better and then they went backwards again, and I woke up and it wasn't just on the one eye being really bad and the other one being a little bit, it was the both. The next one is the next day when I woke up and it wasn't just my eyes that were swollen, it was my whole face. And I know this angle is absolutely dreadful, but I guarantee my face was so swollen. It felt like a balloon. It was like, I just felt so tired as well with it. It was just, I was like so drained because all this energy that I'd normally use for other things of what I'd do daily, I was literally just trying to heal my body. There's another picture, a better angle, kind of. Maybe not, of my skin. I just feel really bad for her, to be honest, but I just kind of want to hug myself and just say it will go, like trust me, I'm your like future self and I'm coming back to tell you that it will be fine and you will like look prettier again. And then here's me crying on camera, where I was just, every time I saw my face I just wanted to cry. So I avoided mirrors, I avoided my dad because my dad would make me cry and then he'd cry because he'd see my face, and it was just like have you ever had someone cry every time they see you? It's not very nice, and I know he couldn't help it, and I know he cared, and that's why he was crying on my face. Yeah. And my face again where it was really swollen, and I don't know why I'm tearing up, just like, go away. It doesn't feel like it right now, but it will go. And I just wanted to tell my past self that, because like, she was like, so, yeah, she was just so down on herself, and the coping mechanism that I did was like making fun of myself. So I'd like have like different filters on, and like I'd see all the dry skin even through the filters, and you know that's when you know it's bad, when the filter can't even help. But yeah, I just make funny faces like this, and you know, just try and make other people laugh through like my situation. And I found making fun of myself one of the best coping mechanisms as well, which, yeah, well. So yeah, that was that. And then there's another picture of me making fun of my face. Here's my mum telling me that it looks the same in person as it does on camera, and I was hoping that she would tell me that it looked better in person to on camera, but she didn't. And yeah. So is it worse on camera or in person?
About the same.
Oh great, I look like that. That upset me for a bit. Another picture of my face. Lots of pictures of my face. This was around my eye. And then this is a picture where a scab, or video, sorry, where a scab was literally hanging off in my hair because it stuck to my hair, and when I went like that, it pulled off the scab because it stuck to my hair. How more glamorous can I be? Here's my hand on the palm. I've still got like a tiny bit there now. Again, another picture of my face and my neck. My neck was really swollen as well. And then there's another couple of pictures of my face. I sent these to Tracy, which is my nutritionist, and she said, yeah, you can come and see me, obviously. And I sent some pictures to her before I went because I didn't want her to be like shocked at my face, because it can be quite shocking, and I don't want the initial reaction to be seen by me, because that will then upset me and cause me to cry. So if you're worried about like shocking someone with your face, try and send pictures before, and let them be shocked on their own so you don't have to see the reaction. Here's me when I rubbed my eye in my sleep and it went all weepy again. And then here's me making fun of myself with my mum again, and you can see how swollen my one side of my face is to the other on this picture, definitely. This was behind my ears, so like I said earlier, my hair would stick here and all down here, and I'd go like this to move my hair from tickling my face, and it would rip off all the scabs. So we went on holiday, like a little couple of days away, to see my uncle, and you can kind of see my skin but not really. It was quite dry. If you zoom in you can very much see it. Very dry in patches on my face. This is when I put an ice pack on my chest because my skin was that sore. It felt like sandpaper at this point. It was just like so prickly. It just feels like stinging nettles to me. I can only explain it as like stinging nettles, and when you touch it you have all the skin fall off, and it's just no look. Everything's got better on my body apart from my hands. My hands got a little bit worse. There's a video of me talking. Trying literally everything in my power to fix it. But it's not working. That's just how it is. My eyes are swollen. Like, watch this now. This is my pie trick. It's like goes forward. Apparently after all this, and I go through all this, I either end up with like a tiny little bit of eczema or none at all. So I'm just waiting for that day. And then there's one with my mum. The same, but they look different. And then I had it all on my, like, what's this area, like shoulder, under armpit area, where it was really hot and inflamed as well. I had it on the sides of my stomach, like, here's a picture of my top when I just watched a movie, or like was downstairs for an hour or two and came back upstairs, and that was the weeping on my top from my bust. So that's the best way I can kind of explain how that went on there. And then I also had a patch like here for a while, and that itched very much at night, and that weeped, but that was gone in a couple of months. This is a cloth that I used to put in my bras before I found the breast pads, and it would stick so much that it would take off all the healing because the weeping would dry, and then yeah, that's not fun, like, don't recommend. So yeah, it would start bleeding then as well. But those are all the pictures that I'm going to look at today, and basically all the pictures that I can really show that I'd want to show. But yeah, I'm very proud of myself for like putting myself through like 18 months of like hell, it feels like. Still kind of going through it. Yeah, just know that it does get better. Take pictures if you can. I know it's awful in the moment, but taking pictures can show where you've been and like how your skin was to what it is now. And I know I've said this before, but it's so important to see your progress. Otherwise you kind of think you're not moving because it's quite a slow process, and you kind of forget what it was like, and then it kind of makes you think, oh, well, it could be worse, because it has been. So I hope you enjoyed this video of me just basically reacting to my skin and reacting to my funny faces and myself. I hope you enjoyed this video. I am running out of TSW video ideas, so please leave anything that you can think of down below, and I'll try my best to do it or think of a way to do it. But I hope everyone is having a better day with their skin, and just know it does get better even though it takes a while to get there. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you in the next video, hopefully.